Finally, the moment we've been waiting for, Disney Cotino has just revealed the Artisan Club. And not only the exterior of the Artisan Club, like you've been seeing in my videos that I've been making about Cotino since 2023, but we're going to be seeing inside the Artisan Club today. For example, Architect's Fork Restaurant, we'll be heading inside there on this video. It's going to be so exciting, and you're going to be doing it with your Cotino guide. My name is Tommy Jordan, your Palm Springs area realtor. Let's check this out. Before we check out this video that Disney made showing off the Artisan Club, I want to give you an overview of the Artisan Club and all the different amenities. See, I've been covering Disney Cotino since they were submitting plans to the city of Rancho Mirage, and I would sit in on the planning commission meeting finding out all this information. I don't know if some of you have been following me since then and giving information before Disney even had it public on their website. So I'm going to give you some inside info on the Artisan Club that you're not going to find by just watching Disney's video. So if you're a serious buyer, watch this video. Or if you're just really into Cotino and you want to learn about it, this video will be helpful for you as well. Full disclosure, anything I say in this video is subject to change because Disney, this is a new development and things are always changing. So regarding membership fees I'm stating in this video or anything else, it might be different at the time that you're watching this video. So that's why you want to reach out to me to get the latest information. So here we are. Here is the Artisan Club right here, okay? And it consists of 8 single-story buildings, a total of 18,600 square feet of interior space. So over here to the right, you have Architect's Fork Restaurant, and we're going to be looking inside of all these different things in this video, but I wanted to give you a nice overview first. And then right over here, we have the lobby. We have a creative studio right here. We have a movement studio here where you'll have yoga and different things like that. You even have this little lawn right here where you could do yoga. And then right here, we have the fitness center on the left. You have 2 tennis courts and 6 pickleball courts. You see right here, we have a lap pool, which is great, a spa that's heated. And then to the left of the pool, you have this little shack right here. I think that's what they call it. I don't know. Water sports rental center where you can get kayaks, stand-up paddle boards, and you could go into the bay, which is awesome. Here's the site map right here of Cotino. There's going to be 1,932 homes. Currently, we're working on phase 1 right up here by Gerald Ford. I say we're working on because I'm selling these homes too, even though I don't work for Disney. Gerald Ford, and then we have Bob Hope right up here, phase 1. There's multiple collections. You have cottage, grand, estate, and future condos. Each collection varies by square footage of homes. Like estates, they're larger and larger lot sizes. And then we have the cottage collection, which you have smaller lot sizes and also smaller homes. And those could be more considered like lock and leave homes if you wanted. And then they even have these alley loaded homes over here. But we're not going to get into that in this video. You could see phase 2 will be right here. Phase 3 right over here. And then there is a town center over here that has a public beach that will have about a 700-person occupancy with lots of shopping and dining right outside your doorstep. This is open to the public, but the community is gated and secure with security. And you see right here, this is Artisan Club. This is where we're focusing on today. And let's check out their video. Here we go. Take a look at it in person. I mean, it looks stunning. You could just see everything. This is a quick highlight reel. You know, they use copyrighted music on this, so I have it muted. Brett Iwin right here, he's actually the 4th voice of Mickey Mouse. They don't mention it there. I don't know why. You know, Disney's very secretive about things. But yeah, he is currently the voice of Mickey Mouse. They're showing just a bunch of clips. This is just gorgeous right here. Look at that. I mean, one thing that got me really excited about Cotino is we have over 120 golf courses in the Palm Springs area, but there's no community that has a 24-acre bay created by Crystal Lagoons. That's the company. This is one of their largest in America. And this water is super filtrated. It's clean. Okay. Basically, they say it's like swimming in Evian water. But it's just, where else do you find this? You just don't. That's why I personally got so excited about it. They're showing some of the different activities you'll have at Cotino, like yoga. And he's going to take us through the Artisan Club in a few different places. This is when you drive up to the Artisan Club, this is the front of the clubhouse, like the entrance of it. And then you could see that actually right there. Did you just see that? That was a pretty cool little shot. They move quick here, so I got to pause it quickly. But Cotino Bay has a heated swim zone. So even in the winter months when it gets a little colder, this will be heated. And it's nice because when Cotino's open this is all, Cotino has 5 private beaches for homeowners. To use the Artisan Club, you have to have a membership. That's non-negotiable, and I'm going to show you the prices of those memberships. But you could buy in Disney Cotino, and you don't have to have an Artisan Club membership. But the thing is, if you buy in Disney Cotino, you buy a house, everyone gets an Artisan Club membership. Think of it as like a social membership in any normal country club here in the Valley. It would basically be your social membership, because the only way you could use all these amenities you're seeing in this video, besides the whole public area, the only way you're using these amenities is if you have an Artisan Club membership. So buying a home at Disney Cotino and not getting a membership, it's like, what's the point? You're just getting a home in the desert. But once you have an Artisan Club membership, it opens you up to this whole lifestyle that Disney's creating. So this is really cool right here. They're featuring some art on the walls. They're showing more clips right here. You know, something to know about, look at VP of operations. I think I met Jay. I haven't met Brett though. But really cool lobby. Something different about Cotino is that Burbank is not far away where all the Imagineers are. I mean, Disney started, Walt Disney created Disneyland in Anaheim, in California. So something unique about Cotino, the first story living community ever in the world, is that Disney has really close proximity to Cotino to do a lot of fun things, like send Imagineers here for art classes, have special events, exclusive to Cotino, just because of that connection in California. I mean, look at this. How cool is this? White sandy beaches right here. And the bay actually gets pretty deep. At the deepest point of the bay is actually 12 feet deep, but it starts at 42 inches. So it's going to be shallow when you walk in, and then it's going to progressively get deeper. But it's nice. They'll have lifeguards on duty if you have little kids. But this is the thing. They made these 2 man-made islands, which is really cool. And something that they'll show in this video is that Disney puts their little touches throughout the Artisan Club. So it's not like overtly like Mickey Mouse everywhere, and you're going to walk like, down your street and you're just seeing like Goofy, like in a suit or something. But they do it in a subtle, very classy way, which works because homes here at Disney Cotino, they start around 1.4 to 1.5 million for the cottage collection homes, the smaller ones. And then they go all the way up to 6 million for an estate home. So they had to do this well. This is cool right here. This is Plot Twist Bar. So imagine sunsets here, in the desert. You're at this bay, and the bay is actually going to have a promenade that you could walk around the bay. This is for the homeowners. It's going to be all gated. And you could walk around the bay, and it'll be like lit around the edges, and you'll just see the bay, and you'll see the sunset with the San Jacinto Mountains by Palm Springs, which they showed in the distance. But Plot Twist Bar, you could get small plates, you could get drinks. Then they have Architect's Fork Restaurant, which is like a full service restaurant. They're saying it's going to be like California cuisine inside, but that is really cool. So here, this is inside of Architect's Fork Restaurant inspired by like an architect drawing room. And Anthony's a cool guy. I've met him a bunch of times. Everyone, I must say, at Disney, and I'm not just saying this because, they pay me commission, which they do. So if you're thinking about buying here, please reach out to me because they'll pay my commission to help you and to advocate for you. And I understand the floor plans. I understand the different areas of the community. For example, there's condos that are going to be built. Is your home going to be behind one of those? I don't know, but you should reach out to me to get that inside scoop that you won't find anywhere else. They're showing some of the food here. The head chef, actually, I met him a few months ago. Really nice guy. And I was really impressed. I think he worked at the Reserve or the Tradition, but some of the highest country clubs in the Valley he was a chef for, and Disney got him. And that's the thing. The Disney brand, they get the top architects, the top builders, interior designers. They get the best of the best. And that's one thing that makes this community different. I mean, have I drinking a lot of the Kool-Aid? Because it sounds like I have, but it's because, their quality's there. I make myself laugh. But look at this. This is a cool little spot here. I mean, you're sitting here, you're in the middle of the desert, and you're looking out to a crystal water bay, which is just awesome. The lining of this bay is actually white, and the blue you see is reflected from the sky. I thought that was pretty cool. And this is Architect's Fork. No, that's Plot Twist Bar here, right on the beach. Really good angle there. But it's incredible. That bay, by the way, uses 30 times less water than a golf course. Because I know people are like, how do you get a bay in the middle of the desert? Disney's killing all the fish, or not killing all the fish, killing all the desert animals. It's actually this community more eco-friendly than nearly every community in the desert that has these golf courses that need to be scalped and reseeded and, take a lot of water. And that's because Crystal Lagoons has special technology. This is really cool. So now what he's showing us inside of the fitness center, and you could see just how nice and high end everything looks. And they look at this. Oh, that was really cool. I gotta look at that. They actually had little Mickey ears for the little racket club. I want to show you something right here. So do you see this space right here behind the Artisan Club? They have extra space. As the community grows, they could add on to the Artisan Club. So that's something important to know. Also, let's look at the fees because, that's important if you're buying a home here. Now, this could be different, like I said, at the time of when you're buying, but this will give you just a good idea of what the fees are. And actually, this is very reasonable. Most high-end country clubs where the homes are 2, 3, 4 million, you might have $2,000 a month social membership fees with HOA. And then on top of that, you might have a $25,000 to $100,000 initiation fee. I kid you not. I mean, look at places like the Toscana Country Club in Indian Wells, or Morningside in Rancho Mirage. It's not cheap, but check this out. There's 2 types of memberships. And right now, memberships are only available to homeowners, people who've bought homes or who are under construction on a home. They are the only ones who can get memberships. So if you live in a community outside Cotino right now, they're not giving access. And honestly, with almost 2,000 homes being built in this community, I can't see them even needing to have outside membership or outside homeowners, getting memberships. It's probably only going to be people who live in Cotino. So if you look, there's a one-time initiation fee of $20,000, annual dues are $11,000, and then annual food and beverage minimum $1,000. So really, your annual dues are only $12,000 a year. And I say only, but that's very reasonable for a high-end community. I mean, honestly, you get one member plus a spouse or domestic partner and eligible children. And children, I think it's under 21 or 25. It's a certain age. And then once your children are older than that, that's when you want to get the extended membership, because then that gets you children who are older than their certain age they're giving. It gives you grandchildren, parents, grandparents, but that's going to cost you $19,000 annually, and then there's a $2,000 annual food and beverage minimum. So it's a little more. So then you're talking, $21,000 a year, which is actually, believe it or not, really reasonable for this high end of a community. And by the way, with these one-time initiation fees, depending on when you're watching, they might have some incentives right now regarding not having to pay those. And that's another reason why you got to reach out to your guy right here, the Disney Cotino expert, to help you. But let's keep looking at this video. I mean, it's beautiful. Look at this. I love all these paid actors here. You guys should have called me. I would have done this for free. I don't know if they'd want me in their video. They're like, we see enough of this guy on YouTube. So this is one of the membership advisors, I guess, senior manager of experiences. So maybe not advisor, but senior manager of experiences. Let's leave it at that. These are some of the classes they're going to have with some of the people who work at Cotino, the cast members. Because one thing unique about Disney Cotino, the Artisan Club is going to be ran by Disney. So cast members, people, that's what they call Disney employees, but it sounds so much cooler. Cast members, Disney staff, they're going to be, staffing all of this, making the food, taking care of the facilities. So you're going to get that Disney touch. This isn't just, okay, we got to talk about the Par House because this is incredible. But this isn't just a clubhouse and amenity, center, whatever you want to call it, that's ran by some outside company. Disney is actually hands-on with all of this, and that's why it's a story living community, because Disney's touches on it. That's something important to know about, because if you're watching this, you might be thinking, oh, Disney's just selling the houses, and then, they're going to have some random management company run all this. No, you're actually getting the same people who make the parks immaculate and spotless when you go into, say, Disneyland in Anaheim. You're getting that same level of care here. So something cool. This is the Par House. So this was actually inspired by The Incredibles. It's pretty awesome. So the couches, the furniture, I mean, everything about it, even the oven you see. Look at this. So what I've heard from Disney cast members here at Cotino was when the Imagineers came to Rancho Mirage, they actually went around the Palm Springs area, and they went to Sunnylands, which is directly across. It's the Annenberg estate. It's directly across from where Cotino's located. They actually, Disney with investors, bought the land that Cotino's on from the Annenberg estate. See, I'm full of fun insights, okay? So I heard that when they went to the Annenberg estates, they were actually inspired by that, the Imagineers, to create the Par House in Incredibles. So then when they decided to create this community, the Imagineers came back and then created the Par House in real life. So if that makes sense, I sort of like, that was a confusing way to say it. So the Par House was inspired by the Coachella Valley and the Annenberg estate, and then the Imagineers got to actually bring it to life from the movie, if that makes sense. So that's sort of cool. You might have like exited out of the video right there, but whatever. If you're still watching, you're a real one. Okay, look at this. I mean, look at the glass. In Davidson Communities, they're actually one of the builders from Del Mar. They have a lot of beautiful homes in the Grand Collection and Estate Collection. They actually were the builder for the Par House specifically. So you could see the terrazzo floors, very mid-century modern. But I mean, look at this. This is what you're getting at Disney Cotino. It's a lifestyle, and hopefully you're finding, they say, right, they have a lot of cute little sayings in this video, like, because it's story living, like write your story with Disney, like your next chapter. Well, let's be real. give me a call so I could help you write your next story. So I hope this video helped. It was sort of a fun, playful little video. I wanted to just give more information than that was present on that video, but Disney does an amazing job. I mean, my stuff is like, you know, a B or C or D movies or videos compared to like their quality. But thank you for watching. Like I said, please reach out to me below. And if you want to learn more about Disney Cotino, check out this playlist that has like over 30 videos. You won't find anyone who knows Disney Cotino as much as me. I'm sorry to say, it's just true.